What is good, Neo family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one, I'm going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock and announce some absolutely bullish news as Neo has announced that they plan on being listed on the Hong Kong exchange on March 10th. Once again, less than 10 days away, Neo is going to be listed on the Hong Kong exchange. That makes me super bullish and super excited. Now, before I get into any more details about this, before I talk about how this may affect Neo's share price going into the future, I do have to mention some very important things first. The first thing is I'm not a financial planner, so please do not take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, benefits the entire new community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but Moomoo also gives you access to the Hong Kong exchange. So if you want to invest into Neo through the Hong Kong exchange, all you got to do is sign up for Moomoo with my link down below and you will have that chance. With that out of the way, guys, let's get on with the video. So looking at Neo, we have some absolutely amazing pieces of news that just came out. Neo is currently up over 9.07% for the day. Let's go, guys. And also Tesla is also well in the green too, because Tesla has made a very major announcement too, very similar to the time in which Neo did it. Tesla announced that they're going to be, or most likely they will be opening their German Gigafactory in March. And as you guys know, if Tesla does end up rallying because of this, this could actually build some momentum for Neo too. But anyways, I do want to talk about where I see Neo going into the future because of this news, because this is some breaking news. Now, the reason why I see this as bullish news is because think of all of the investors that are now going to have access into investing into Neo. This gives more and more, how should I say, potential for Neo. It really puts them out there and it gives more and more investors, multi-billionaires, more access to put more money into Neo if they don't want to, transfer their money into different exchanges. That's huge. It also makes room for more retail investors in Hong Kong to really put in more money into Neo. That's major news, guys. I'm super excited for this. It's going to make me super excited. And also, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Some people are scared. They keep on talking about how Neo may be delisted, this and that. And obviously, based off my DD, I find that extremely unlikely. I don't see Neo being delisted from US exchanges. But if you are scared, if you believe that can end up happening, but you still want to be invested into Neo, then one way to do it is just invest into Neo through a Hong Kong exchange. And as you guys know, many platforms such as Moomoo do offer, you that opportunity. But anyways, that's just something that really provides more and more security for investors. It's just a very bullish piece of news. So going into what happened in terms of the share price, guys, I have to talk about something very important. So here's the thing first, before I do any technical analysis, look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 was in the red today, down 0.26%, but with many earnings that came out and all the other things coming out, I think Neo and Tesla had major pieces of news. The Nasdaq ended up going up 0.4%. This is significant because we do have major pieces of news coming out. So right now, the Ukraine situation has been escalating. And as a result, guys, this has led to more certainty about where this may end up going. But the situation is not necessarily good, and this can affect the US. So as a result, the Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, is going to be speaking in front of Congress very soon. He's going to be testifying. And this, as a result, is going to have somewhat of an effect on the market. He's going to be speaking and testifying on, I believe, Wednesday and Thursday of this week. Now, the reason this is important is because Congress is going to ask him, okay, what are you going to do about interest rates? What are your next courses of action? How is this going to affect the market? So what I believe the case is, I believe because of the fact that this situation with Ukraine is very severe, I think that he's not going to want to be even more hawkish now. I think he wants to be less hawkish and more dovish. This means that he's not going to raise rates to the extent to which some people were feared. I find it much more likely he's going to raise them by 0.25% or 25 basis points. This means that he's not going to crash the market. He's not going to cause it to drop. I think he's most likely going to help it actually run to the upside, because 0.25% is not even like that bad. That's actually going to be pretty good for markets going forward. So another thing is, for the month of March, guys, we have the jobs report for February coming out. We have more news from the Fed. We're also going to get a lot of deliveries information for Neo and Tesla. So a lot of things are coming out for the month of March. They're going to be very huge, guys, and I just can't wait for how things really go this month. So going into the future, I told you guys we had resistance at $22 a share. 22.84 was where our resistance was. I drew the line out here just a few days ago. That's exactly where we closed. So it was very predictable. Now, the next major level of resistance is the $24 range. So the question is NEO going to go right there? And I believe my answer is yes. I think we're going to test that relatively soon. I don't know the exact date quite yet, but I do see that coming. So here's how I see NEO moving. Looking at the 1 day chart, we started off at 20 flat. We ran all the way up to about 23. We dropped down. Then we started testing our resistance at around the $22.84 range. So going into the future, let's bring up the 3 month chart and talk about what other indicators are showing. We were on this massive falling wedge, right? Now we're starting to see the good reversal that's really playing out. If I zoom in like this, and you guys can see like right over here, as you guys can see, we saw the MACD flip at the 9 day moving average, showing some bullish momentum. We did see the DMIs kind of flip in an opposite direction. So this is the positive and negative lines. That's a good sign for the DMI, and RSI is starting to pick up a little bit more. That just could be an indicator that for the short term, we are a little bit overbought, but I don't necessarily see that as a catalyst to cause us to crash. I see it more likely that NEO is gaining momentum, and ever so slowly we're starting to stair step our ways up. So in the next upcoming days, I think with the whole Hong Kong exchange listing, that could easily bring NEO to around the 24, even higher than that. And we're finally going to see NEO start to run to the upside. Now, I do want to warn you guys about something very important. Right now, we saw our bottom at 1848, and after that, we saw a spring-like reversal, and we started running to the upside. So I anticipate high volatility in the future, guys. I see the market making lots of fluctuations. I also think that it depends on the certainty that ends up coming from what the Fed does, from what the jobs reports are showing, from what NEO's deliveries are. So we could see a lot of sideways action, but I do see a lot of bullish momentum that has been building up. And I do see an upward trend starting to form. So I am a little bit more bullish going into tomorrow and the future. So the last thing I want to talk about before ending this video is what NEO put right here. I'm also going to talk about my price prediction right after, but this is the important thing first. NEO stated that after entering Norway, NEO will introduce its products and holistic service system to Germany, the Netherlands, Sweden, and Denmark in 2022. And by 2025, NEO will establish its presence in over 25 countries and regions worldwide. Hashtag always forward. Absolutely bullish news, guys. I can't wait for what the future holds. Now, if you're excited about this, people in Hong Kong and people who only have access to Hong Kong exchanges will also have the opportunity to invest into NEO, once again making me very excited. Now, the whole situation in Ukraine is really making it tougher for these big institutions that have, money in Russian bonds, because now they're more likely to be margin called. So because of that, I believe that the manipulation that's keeping NEO down, all the trades that are being redirected into dark pools on off-lit exchanges and other places like that. I believe all this manipulation, all this shorting that has been attacking NEO, hammering the company down, is finally going to start coming to an end, and we're finally going to see shorts start to cover. We're finally going to see some good moves come out this year, in my opinion, and I am very bullish going into the future for this company and this year. So that's what I have for this one, guys. For the short term, I think NEO is going to run as high as $24 a share very soon. I think we're going to test the resistance right there before continuing upwards. I also think that before we get there, we're probably going to trade a little bit sideways. We could see a little bit red tomorrow, a bit of a pullback before we slowly start to stair step our way up. And I am very, very bullish for the future of this company, regardless of what people try to say. So once again, guys, I'm going to remind you, people out there kept on saying NEO is going to be delisted. It's a bad company. Well, here's my answer. The first thing is I find that very unlikely based off what reports were showing. And the second thing is, if you are scared, like I said, the Hong Kong exchange is now here. So everyday investors can now invest into the Hong Kong exchange. It does not matter what they try to do now. So anyways, to end this video, that's what I have for this one. I'm super bullish. I'm super excited. I can't wait for what the future holds. And I'm still a huge fan of NEO. I believe they're going to kill it in the future. And I'm very, very bullish. Thank you all for listening. Have a fantastic rest of the day. And I'll see you guys on the next one. NEO to the moon and peace out.